are you doing?
I'm lovely. My head hurts a little bit because my ponytail is pulled really tight and there's like about 1,000 hairpins in my head, but I really like the look. Is it working? Is it worth the pain?
100%. I am also rocking the hairpins and it really, really hurts.
How's that for being honest? Like, I mean, I'm being like really real and honest right now. I love Collider, by the way.
But by the way, like, I don't think enough people talk about the fact that, like, to look pretty, it sometimes hurts.
It's hurting today, but I'm gonna make it through. I'm super excited about this movie, and you're my first interview for Uglies. So let's do it.
Okay, well, so here's my first question.
Okay.
When I was watching the movie, or when the movie was over, the first thing that I actually thought about was, if this technology was real, a scary number of people would actually sign up for it, knowing everything about it. Like, you'd be dulled to everything else. Like, that's my opinion. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh. Probably, I think you're probably right. I think what's interesting about this film, Scott Westerfeld wrote these books in 2005. This was written in 2005, so 19 years ago. And right now, with filters, a lot of plastic surgeons are saying people are coming in with their filtered face on and showing that. They used to show celebrities and now they show themselves in the filter to plastic surgeons, and it's so... Surgery is so accessible. I think so. I think you're right, because beauty is capital. Beauty is power. Beauty, there's studies that have been done to show that people who are considered more beautiful make more money, have more access. Pretty privilege is real. So I think you're right that a lot of people would probably choose to have the surgery knowing all of the things.
I fully believe it. And that just tells you where we're at in society.
Yeah, it's deep. It's really deep. And so it's like, what is it? Because there's a thing of conformity too, because Dr. Cable wants a society that is free from discrimination and prejudice. So if everyone is beautiful, then no one is going to be discriminated against. But like making this homogenous, but there's cost to that, right? And making this sort of homogenous society, difference is, though I guess the theory is that our differences are what make us, sort of at each other's throats, and actually having independent thought. I mean, there's a mind control portion of it too. Is, there's something, a little authoritarian, a little, nihilistic about it. But what it makes me think about, and I hope this makes the audience think about, like, the media and what are the metaphorical sort of like lesions and ways to control people's minds. And the media is certainly one of those things. I hope it encourages people to think, critically about all the ways in which we've internalized ideas about beauty, pretty privilege, and then also mind control. And what does it mean to like be an individual and to think for oneself?
You've done a number of roles, worked on a number of things. What shot or sequence so far in your career has been like the toughest, whether because of the dialogue or a camera move or whatever it may be?
Oh my gosh, the toughest. I just did a comedy, a dramedy for Amazon Freebie, and the whole experience, it's called Clean Slate. It's coming out sometime next year, and George Wallace plays my dad, and it's the first project that I've co-created, first scripted project I've co-created, co-written, starred in, executive produced, and I think because it was so personal, the writing process and the creating process was really fun, but living it was so triggering, and balancing the comedy with the drama and working opposite a comedy legend like George Wallace. I think that whole experience is the hardest thing I've done, because I think just the responsibility of being number one on a call sheet, how personal it was, and finding the comedy and I realized like what it really means to be conversational. Like, I'm like, after all these years, like I don't know how to be conversational. Every character's different. So that was the hardest thing for sure. I think because it was so close to me. The closer it is to me, the harder it is to do. And then the comedy is really hard.
Oh, 100%. I don't think people realize, but before I run out of time with you, something that I'm actually really, really excited for is Jonah Hill's new movie, which you're a part of, Outcome. And he got this crazy cast, including Keanu. What can you tease about your role in the film? And did you get to share any scenes with Keanu?
I do. Everything I shoot is with Keanu. So, I don't know what Jonah wants us to talk about with this movie yet, but I have this incredible monologue. It's so well written. It's so funny. It's a satire. Keanu is fantastic, and working with Keanu is like a dream. I've been a fan of his. I used to have a huge crush on him. So that was a whole thing. But I was very professional and like, now I don't have a crush on him anymore, but the respect is deep. Jonah is an amazing, he directs and stars in it. It's just so well written and the words are so incredible and the story is so smart. It's so good. The scene that we have, it's one big scene. It's like a one-act play within the film. And it's so brilliant, and to pull it off cinematically is going to be really difficult for him, but I just had such a good time doing it, and it's completely different than anything I've ever done before, and really challenging because of this really smart monologue Virginia, my character Virginia gets to say. That was really fun. It was a lot of fun. I think that's all I can say right now.
I totally cannot wait to see it. I really want to say congrats on everything and good luck with all your speed dating today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Cool. Have a great day.